Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Torment, Tides of Numenera. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you're chose to join me today here in the heart of the bloom. Although it's looking like it's the stomach of the bloom and nothing more. But we have a few things around here, and we have a few things down there making noise. Are they? Yeah, they are. Let's go this way first. And then then after this, not next episode, well, yeah, then we go over there and deal with those guys, because I don't want to hear them fighting and all that stupid nonsense. What's going on in here? Another invisible person. It's been eaten by the bloom. That's what happens. Also, there's this. Huh. A washed out, somewhat insubstantial Artaglio pulls towards you. Oh, that's right, that's Artaglio. The boozy cheer has vanished from his red and blotchy face. Now he's a study in fury. Though he seems ghostly, hardly a physical threat, he radiates a nearly palpable heat. "You bastard," he says. "You utter conniving bastard! You tricked me into letting the bloom devour me, and now I get to watch it siphon away the parts of me that were best? I should have known better than to trust a cast-off. I may make this right. Go on, do it now." I didn't do anything. I didn't trick you into anything at all. I just asked you to do something, and you did it. Because you wanted to. And you actually did. Well, you might have been under the influence of the bloom. But yeah, I had no choice, Artaglio. And you did, which is kind of interesting. Well, I did as well, to be honest, but let's not tell him that. He speaks, "No choice? You had plenty of choice. You didn't have to open the maw, but you did. You did, and you fed me to it, just like a cast-off, just like all your accursed kin." I can't believe I listened to him, he says. I was the one with no choice. Or he thinks, rather, he is. Well, were you the one with no choice? Yeah, it seemed something you wanted. No, actually, needed. I wanted to help you, Artaglio. His face contorts with rage at your answer. Needed? This? You call this help? You sanctimonious word slapper. I don't slap words. What are you talking about? He throws himself at you, howling, and for a moment you see a man who was a hero of so many battles in his youth. You throw up your hands to defend yourself, but this isn't any physical attack. His body passes through yours, and you can feel him inside your mind, worming his way into the heart of your being. You feel his angry presence awaken in the labyrinth. He's achieved a kind of immortality there, or at least a new lease on life. Or at least the memory of his life, because I believe that's what it actually is, not himself. At least according to the people that actually live in our minds, they are just the memories, and not the people themselves. Ironic that a cast-off should grant it. Oh, that hurt a little bit. Sure, it's fine, I don't mind. But yeah, I understand that he's hangry. It was a turn of events that I didn't really want. Kind of didn't, actually didn't, not kind of. Really didn't. I thought he wasn't gonna be eaten. I thought he was just gonna be like the other. Why did the bloom eat him and not the other ones? I don't know. It was the bloom's choice. Anyway, he leaves on, I guess. This massive postulant wall of flesh looks like nothing so much as a herniated mass pushing out through the weakened walls of the bloom. You can't identify the function of the organ that has pushed through the skin here, but you do see a small crevice inside. Closer examination reveals a space inside, a hidden space large enough for you to rest without being bothered. Oh. That's interesting. I can rest. Okay, but I don't really want to. What is this thing? That's another maw over there. At first, you're not sure what you're looking at. It seems to be an enormous suit of metal armor, or perhaps some sort of exploration suit. It's large, at least twice the size of an ordinary human, and its limbs and joints are completely foreign to you. Even if you could somehow find a way inside, you'd have to contort yourself in ways that the human body was never meant to bend. It has a visor or faceplate at its top. Haligern says, "Will you look at that? I've heard of these vivaric armatures before, but I've never seen one in the flesh. Other Aeon priests have found them all over the world. They're not sure what these are for, but they have been known to carry some serious weaponry." And he catches you looking at him and immediately dampens his enthusiasm. Well, if you care about that sort of thing, I mean. Huh, okay, let's examine the suit more closely then. The strange metal of this suit looks as if it could survive the cold of the interstellar void or the depths of an impossibly deep sea. When you push on it, it gives just a little bit, and expands by the same amount. The bloom flesh around the suit is puffy and irritated, almost infected. It seems that the bloom is trying to absorb the suit into itself, without much success. There are a number of tools and strange devices attached to the suit's right hand. You might be able to extract one or two of these, if you're careful. And actually, if you succeed your skill checks, which I will try to. Let's look inside the faceplate first, see if there's any sort of controls or something. Some visitant lived inside this suit. A creature, it has hands though, but yeah. A creature with multiple eyes scattered across its face, based on the skeletal remains you can see inside. At least you suppose they're eye sockets. They might have been some other alien orifice. Oddly, the creature has had no visible mouth or jaw. Okay, can I examine the suit a little bit better? Look at that! You carefully I don't know, but I must be missing a bunch of stuff like this. I mean, I do try things again and again, but sometimes, but not all the time. Your careful examination pays off. Near the faceplate, you find a small, detachable lens. It may have been used to focus beams of light or some other visible force. You detach it carefully and store it away. And actually, this thing that just happened probably is the reason why they didn't choose to go with something like, you see... Well, the first game that I actually saw the system where basically you ask a question and it becomes, like, grayed out. You can ask it again still, but if you want to, but it basically you know that you have asked that again. The first game that I saw this happen was Oblivion. The Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. I don't know if it happened in another game before that. I don't remember any. And I do play a bunch of RPGs from back then. So, is it one innovation from Oblivion? Or did some other game that's not Oblivion come up with this and they just looked and... Oh, look at that! I'll bring that into my game because it makes sense. Because, you know, that's how you do proper design. But I understand, I think... I mean, more and more I understand why they didn't do this in this game. Or maybe it was just an oversight and they didn't actually consciously... excuse me. Not make put that feature in the game for that reason. Anyway, this lens was attached to the faceplate of an armored suit. It acts as a focusing apparatus for light and stuff, which is okay. I do apologize for the coughing. Let's see if I can examine it again and see. Yeah, you don't find anything else of interest. So basically, I tend to... Well, basically, I tend to go for the agains if the last... sentence on that particular line is not decisive. It's not like, you know, this one is decisive. You don't find anything else of interest on the exterior of the suit, but this one is not. It's just, you know, it's like continue. That thing effectively becomes continue inspecting it. But anyway, attempt to salvage the devices from the right hand, and there it is. Oh, we didn't. Oh. There's two devices, that's right. Most of the attachments are broken or corroded, but through some careful maneuvering, you're able to detach something that looks like a spray canister. A test squirt... Please don't do that. It could be a grenade, what are you doing? Produces a glob of quick-drying liquid synth, a highly effective sealant. Once you detach the device, you notice that there's some machinery deeper inside the suit's arm. Okay, this is a quest item. Okay. How about I examine the arm for more components? Should be okay here. Let's see, we have a 70 on us. Man, that's terrible. 20, that's a 60 on you. Yeah, I'm gonna go with me because I'm just that good. Let's go. 100%. Success. Good. And I got a thing. You reach into the arm and your fingers graze a small metal orb. You carefully pry it loose and withdraw it from the arm. It looks like you found a reservoir of sealant material used in the spray device. Oh, so this is another quest item. So it basically allows me to screw up with the other quest item because I have more of it over here. Sounds like a plan. Hey, Decor, do I know you? I seem to recall your name, but... This wiry young man wears drit-stained, ragged clothes and carries a wicked, jagged knife. Wet blood still stains its blade, though you see no evidence of bodies or victims. He sees you, and his mouth works in an instinctive but passionless snarl. As his gaze shifts away, he sighs deeply. His voice is flat, affectless. I'm the life-taker, Decor. You're in my territory. That's how it used to go, right? He thinks. Get the words right, maybe the rest will come. The gullet is your territory? Oh, we're not in the heart, we're in the gullet. Okay, is this your territory? I've marked it out, he says. I've walked its spaces. I know its contractions and its convulsions. Yes, mine. All mine. His confident mouth goes slack, though, hanging open at the end of his words as though they were the only thing giving it shape. You call yourself Life Taker. What does that mean? He shakes his blade, looking at the ground, at the wall, anywhere but at you. I kill people. I protect my territory, he whispers. They feared me. The places where I walked, where I marked, they feared me. And he trails off, muttering to himself. Does anyone fear me now that I'm gone? Do I care if they do? How did you get here? I ask. I came to the Bloom to kill an old friend. I followed him deep into the vast and winding ways of this fell beast. He led me through a narrow vein, and then, he shivers, gritting his teeth, a maw took me. Bit down, chewed and chewed, and looks around, and this, his Audacora, dies. Not at the hands of a mob, or on the end of a levy's blade, no, he chuckles, or sobs. In the gullet of the Bloom, the biggest predator of them all. Is he a little bit transparent? I don't think he is. Tell me about the gullet. People, he begins, licking his ghostly lips. Well, okay, he's a little bit transparent then. People dwindle here, like candles or starving men. The Bloom eats us bit by bit, until only the despair is left. Then we sink into the Bloom, or throw ourselves into the whirlpool, or the maw takes us, or... Then he trails off, brow contorted. So we wait, we sleep, try to stay ourselves. Where's this maw you mentioned? In these walls, he says, throwing out a limp hand. In the floor, somewhere nearby, waiting. And he doesn't eat flesh or fear or murderous rage. No, it eats despair. And it waits until we're full of it. Full to bursting. So, do you mean to threaten me? I mean... He thinks deeply, apparently unaware of the answer, as if he has been going through the motions for so long that he can't recall the reasons for them. Yes? I could threaten you. More than that, I could push you to the ground and chop you apart like all the others. And his fingers tighten over his dagger, but there are tears in his eyes now, the tears of a lost child. But it wouldn't matter, would it? Not anymore. Why demand a thing I won't use, he thinks. Because that's how it's done, I suppose. Yeah, he's just going through the motions, I suppose. But what was he demanding? What was his first, You're in my territory. Is he demanding the territory? You want to kill me? Try. He shrugs. Why bother? Who's going to know? What good would it do? Well, actually, you would send me to my mind palace, because whatever that is called, because I could go down for that, if you could bring me down. But actually, I was kind of expecting him to attack me and just disappear because something happened. A little bit like that guy, but I wasn't actually thinking he would be able to go to my head. Let's see what we can do over here. Maybe you can free this guy up or something. Another cluster of bloom tongues rises from a swollen mound of flesh. The sound they make is like a soft hiss, punctuated with obscenely wet slaps of flesh. Sure. Let's use the magnetic amulet to communicate with the bloom tongues. The voices grow louder, pushing aside your thoughts, drawing memories into your conscious mind. A sharp pain blossoms in your head as the tongues fixate upon a memory and begin to tear it free. Allow it. There we go. The pain grows sharper still, like a hot knife behind your eyes. A memory bursts into your conscious mind. You're in the heart of Tabat territory now. The ceiling of their underground city is so high that you can barely see its curves, but the flickering illumination of the carvings there make a ghastly show. Demonic figures distort among the bodies of the fallen enemies, atrocities shouted down from the heavens. But this is not what you're here for. You're here for the Underspine, their god and slave, a massive machine intelligence that guides them through their rituals. You're hovering near the great bulk of the machine, placing your detonations around the torus of its center, and you think your stealth has been exemplary, but a pinhole spotlight centers on you, and a focused beam of sound strikes your ears. The processing and memory retention cells are higher. If you wish to destroy me utterly, place your explosives there. And then a smaller whisper, thank you. So the did we get this impression already when we you know, messed around with the underspine, that it was kind of, you know, helpful to everybody? Because it seems like the underspine really was just trying to get itself destructed or something. The memory ends and the bloom tongues sag drunkenly against each other, sated by their feast, but still making the nasty noises that they were making before. Okay, let's take control of that. Easy peasy, let's go with that. I have plenty of intellect right there. You reach across the barrier that separates your consciousness from that of the voices. They resist you at first, but your will is stronger than theirs, and their agitated voices subside. You find that you can control their movements, as if they were a part of you. The roots of this tongue cluster grow thick beneath the floor of the chamber. Unlike the tongues you have encountered before, they seem to be cut off from the rest of the bloom. Now that you are connected to the tongues, you hear whispers coming from somewhere nearby. Let's focus on the source of the whispers. The whispers arise from a corner of the room, and you realize that the roots of this cluster all grow towards that point. Yeah, focusing before on the rest of the bloom probably wouldn't do anything. I mean, this is cut off, so it doesn't matter. It is a maw, you realize, another maw that has hidden itself from mortal sight. Indeed, by cutting off this chamber from the rest of the bloom, it has even managed to hide itself from other maws and tongues. This chamber is a blind spot, a locus of independent consciousness. It is, in a sense, a separate being, a child of the bloom. In a sense. Sure. Oh, it's what's happening in the room, not in the bloom. The tongue's roots form a tight web throughout the chamber, and their senses within its boundaries are unusually sharp. You can feel raw burning pain where bloom flesh chafes against an ancient metal suit. Something about the material irritates the flesh. In time, it might be insisted, like a cyst? Yeah, but until then, the tongue will endure the pain. Encysted means, so a cyst basically is like something that's foreign to the body. Could be anything. I think it can be even an infectious material or something. Infectious, you know, tissue. That basically the cyst will create a protective barrier around it. That's the nasty stuff. Oh my god, I hate it. I just hate it because I hate it anyway. Ugh. Yeah, you can also sense the presence of the core, but even to the sharp senses of these tongues, he is barely perceptible. Thin and stretched, dissolving at the edges. Core of despair is building within him, and everything else is being stripped away. Excuse me. Okay. Can I focus on anything else? Okay. So let's force the maw to reveal itself. You whisper to the maw, and your voice travels through the tongues and along their roots, joining the whispers of the maw, bending it to your will. After a few moments, the maw responds shimmering into being in a into being in a corner of the room. Commune with the maw? You can sense the mind of the maw, old. Oh, because it's closed. So I need to open it. Old and patient and strong. Lines of psychic energy emanate from it to touch every corner of the room. Its whispers have a cruel and dismal edge. You sense long millennia in the dark, feeding upon the half-digested leavings of the other maws. Can I learn anything else? No. So cruel and dismal edge. I mean, according to what the other guy was saying, the Korra dude, I don't know where it says over there, but it wants despair. You release your grip on the amulet, and the voices of the bloom tongue fades. Okay. That's fine. I should be able to sleep in there, in the folds of nasty flesh. Crap. But there's also things over here. But I'm gonna deal with these guys that are fighting because I hate them. I hate them! They're making noise! Also, Heria? What? For a moment, you don't recognize the slightly transparent apparition because blood obscures her features. When she turns to you, though, the sight of the armor and her memorable hair sparks your memory. It's Aria, the Angulon Knight. She is digging at her forehead with a piece of sharpened bone, and her hands don't stop even as her eyes focus on you. Her mind is not blank, exactly, but flat, like a painting with no light or shadow. What is she trying to do? I don't remember her. Left Nil. Oh no, I don't remember her. From Little Niliesh? Yeah. She was. How did she die? You're a trained warrior, Heria. Surely you have the willpower to calm yourself before you do something rash. Oh no, this is not her. You guys remember what happened to her? This is the part of her that was eaten. Oh, that makes sense. That might explain why some people are kind of invisible, sort of, and others are not. Yeah, let's go with this one. Seems simple. Let's go with that. Calm myself? Calm? I should spill your blood. No, no. You are fair to me. I need to hold on to that center. That self. You're not a part of this. What's part of this? The anger fades from her, replaced by uncertainty and doubt. She wraps her arms tightly around her body and rocks back and forth, trying to convince herself of some truth. Any truth. Illusion? Truth? What of memories? What of my yeah, I expected that. What of my childhood? I don't remember. As she speaks, she gradually fades from view. Yeah, basically we're killing her, because I expected that, basically. I don't really know why, but, you know, because the real area, or, no, not the real area, the rest of her is still alive. So I killed this little bit, and by killing it, it holds no power. Let's see what we can do over here. You come upon a familiar scene, indeed, quite unfortunate. More semi-transparent figures are locked in combat with one another, faces twisted in mindless rage. They seem to sense your presence and turn to regard you. This one is not like us, whispers a Bloom cultist. He was not eaten by the great devourer. No, agrees a woman who is dressed in the rags of a slave. He is here for our pleasure in these final hours of our lives. She raises her weapon. Her comrades do the same, baring their teeth and hissing like animals. I wonder if we're gonna find the other dude's legs. You guys remember that guy that lost his legs to a mall? Let's see what this guy does. Oh, that's a miss. What did he try to do? I don't know. Okay. Eridis, you're gonna do amazing things, as you always do. It's gonna be amazing and things. So I want to attack this guy over here because these guys over here, I should say, because they are ugly. And because I can do a bunch of damage. So choose that, do 8 to 3.
A heroic strike of heroic proportion.
That was a critical on one of them, so that was pretty good. That was pretty good indeed. Issue challenge, or issue challenge. I'm not, I mean, it's got double S's, so it should be issue, not issue, but what do I know? Let's see if I can do something over here. Feint, not with you. Can you no, you're yeah. Well, actually, he does have a lot of damage ready to go, so yeah, we might be able to kill one of them. Are they a little bit better? No, they're the same as before, except before there were 4 and now are 5. There are 5, so yeah, we're probably gonna need a little bit of protection here. He's gonna attack me, right? He didn't attack me, which is kind of weird. Really weird, actually, now that I think of it. So I can incite action, so let's do that on you. Choose an enemy. Can you choose it? Can you do something on? Oh, how is he? How exactly is he? Oh, there's another one. Yeah, I kind of didn't want that. That was not the inside action that I wanted. What I wanted there was actually to allow him
to take on the world.
I was thinking of Expeditions Viking, where you can actually restore one action, and it's pretty good. Okay, so what I'll do here, I'll give everybody adaptation because it is really powerful. And it tells, oh, I can't. Oh, because I don't have range. Okay, so adaptation. No, click. All right, right click. Okay, so you go over there so you can get the adaptation. Yeah, it tells you what. Well, it told me before who was gonna get it. Everybody gets it, except I don't get the thing outside of me, around me, because of reasons. And those guys are attacking me with ranged attacks, or was that was probably an ability or something. Look at you doing 2 physical damage. Pathetic. But that's gonna be a good thing over there because that guy's away. Sure. Immune to be flanked. So who's attacking you now? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I don't know where the guy is, but I do know that you can do this. There we go. Look at that. 3 guys dealing maximum damage because this weapon keeps. What? How? What?
You never had a chance.
Oh, because of the kills, he's got an ability, that's right. When he gets a kill, he gets another kill for free. So that's pretty good. Okay, you're gonna stay there. Tibier, you can get a kill over here as well, hopefully. It's very easy. That was a critical. That was pretty awesome. Can you get that? Thank you. Can you get the other stuff as well? No. Then let's kill that guy. How? That's me. How do I not have a weapon? How can I not shoot him? He's out of range? Well, he's out of range. That's not unreachable.
Never felt better than I do right now.
Mm-hmm. 50% chance to hit. Let's go for it. 90.
I'm barely hurting it.
You did well. Wait a minute. Where? Oh, there's another guy. Ah! You missed! You idiot! You freaking idiot! Yeah, should be okay here. Not a problem against these guys. Let's get that. There we go. That's good. Then you kill it. 65. Let's go for it.
Didn't see that coming.
No, that was pretty good. It's pretty good. And with that, it's time to end the episode because the crisis is ended. Got nasties around here. Quite literally very nasties. But for right now, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Torment, Tides of Numenera. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and leave a comment, like the video, but above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.